Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today is the one, the only, the man who is currently in a spritzer feud with his dog. It's Ronnie Karam. How are you?
Hi, what's going on with you, baby?
Not much. We are here today to talk Summer House, and then tomorrow we are flying off to Charlotte, where we will be recapping the season finale of Southern Charm Saturday night. And then following that on Sunday, we'll be in Atlanta, and we will be recapping the classic Real Houses of Orange County episode, Bringing Up Old Ghosts, season 11, episode 16. It's where Megan King Edmonds goes around saying, "Are you an O'Toole? Are you an O'Toole?" And then there's many other funny things. It's a great episode. Excited to revisit it. Go to watchcrappens.com to get your tickets for either show, maybe both show, be a roadie, who knows. We're also going to plenty of cities afterwards. We will be going to DC and Philadelphia in about 10 days. And then after that, we will be in April, we are going to Boston, Detroit, and Chicago all in one weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then in May, we'll have 2 shows in Texas and Las Vegas. So it's been so much fun being out on tour. Come join us at patreon.com/watchwhatcrappens so you can watch us on video and you get access to our bonus episodes. Last week we did Airport Snaps, where we sat around in an airport in Cincinnati and talked about all the people who were around us, and it was quite an experience. So that is all the news that is fit to print, unless I missed anything. Did I miss anything, Ronnie?
I don't know.
Okay.
But here we are with Summerhausen, season 9, episode 6. I don't know what it's called. Spritzer feud. Bubbles.
Yeah.
Ooh, tensions bubbling. Ooh.
Tensions bubbling. Is that what it's called? Oh, that makes sense. That's clever. That's nice. So we open up, we're in New York City, and they're being very jazzy about it. It's like dun 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 dun, New York City. And Jesse pulls up to pick up West. They're gonna have, this is a big bromance episode for the two of them. It's like a big douchey barstool sports kind of love that they have this episode, which regrettably I thought was kind of endearing. But still I was like, but also, oh, but you know.
I found nothing endearing.
I can't help myself.
Nothing endearing. Don't get soft. Don't get soft on me.
Yeah, I'm easily manipulated. But they wanted to tell the story about how these guys have kind of a cute bromance, and I was like, fine, I will succumb.
I just, the whole time they were driving in that car together, the boys are like, "What, do you want to howl or do you want to bark? Some of us bark and some of us, oh." It's like, oh my God. I would love to just see these guys get beat up in Texas. That's what I want to see. I want to see these guys try and pull in front of like one of those big pickup trucks in Texas and just watch their asses get kicked. Because that's all I think of with guys like this. It's like, you're going to get your ass kicked one day, and I want to be there to see it.
I was not about the dog thing, and I forgot, like, that was the thing that Carl used to do all the time. I totally forgot about it because Carl reconnects with it because he's definitely like, "Hey, ha, I'm like a cool guy again, ha, I'm a dog, ha, I'm a dog."
No, me, it's like you sound like an old horn from the 20s, dude. But Carl has gone through this kind of transformation where he is really different, and he just looks shell-shocked, and it's before even Lindsay. It's the whole, his sobriety has acted a different way towards him. It's like he's come out of, it's like if you've ever watched those movies. Okay, have you ever seen one of those movies? Here's a trope that they do a lot, or a TV show where someone wakes up but they have no memory. And then the whole thing is them trying to figure out like who they were. And then sometimes they find out that they committed murder or something like that. Carl's that character. He just has like woken up and he's like, "Who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore. Do I like soda? Do I like, what's that? Soft? I'm going to call it soft. Maybe that's what I do. You know what? I'm going to make a pirate party." Oh, woo! He just doesn't seem to know who he is. He's trying to get little clues from places to figure out who he is.
Yeah, he's like, he's a very sad person. I feel like sad in terms of like he looks lost, I should say. So then speaking of,
that's what I mean. He looks confused.
Yeah.
It's like somebody with some, maybe like later in life where they're not remembering and there's just that moment of like looking confused. He's got that.
I feel like he's always trying to convince himself that he's happy. Like there's a look on his face like he's not happy, and he's trying to like find something, and it's actually It's actually really sad.
Well, I get that, you know, but I think the best part of life is just learning that you're not happy. Like most of the time, I think life is just not happy. And it doesn't mean you have to be miserable and depressed, but it doesn't mean like it just means you're not walking around every day like, oh my God. I think sometimes people equate sobriety with like, oh, maybe I'm not sober, so then I'll get sober or lose weight or whatever it is. I'm going to do this thing and then that's going to make me happy. And then you're like, this is really fucking boring. And I think part of it is just realizing that life is kind of boring. And that's the path we're on, baby. It's called the human existence, you know? It's like how you deal with it being boring, you know? What do you do with your bored? What do you do when you're bored? That's what really matters.
This may sound crazy. I don't think life is boring at all. I think
well, you've never really had an addiction, so you don't know the and I don't mean it like in a well, you wouldn't know. I don't mean it like that. I just mean in what I'm talking about is when you're addicted to something, there's a certain thrill that comes from that addiction, right? So the drugs or the alcohol or the food or whatever it is. So when you take that away, you're like, oh my God, this is boring without that. And like normal life kind of is like that. You don't have those stimulants pumping. I don't know why I'm going on about this.
It's okay.
Or to demean your happy life.
Your soul.
I don't mean to demean your happy life either. I just mean you already know what it's like. So you know how to fill your time. You know?
Yeah. No, I am lucky that I don't have an addiction now. Excuse me. I'm going to pause the podcast and go get 5 gallons of cold brew. Okay, bye. No. I get what you're saying. Like, if like, you know, I can imagine. I am fortunate that I don't have any like hardcore addictions, and that like maybe like life can seem a little dull or less vibrant when you come down from that. But I don't know, has not been my experience, but I can understand how that can be someone's experience.
Well, and I think that you're someone to look up to too, because for someone like me, you know, I look at someone like you and you do know how to fill your life with really positive things. You know, I see you do it. You really do. You have a full dance card. You keep it moving, you know? So
well, I mean, hopefully that's a good thing. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm secretly like very sad and I just have to fill myself with activities, but I actually don't think so. I think I'm actually pretty happy. And, you know, sometimes I do think I'm actually addicted to like, I know this sounds ridiculous. This is not the same as heroin, but I do think I'm addicted to certain things. Like I buy a lot of board games. I buy a lot of cookbooks, and I'm like, I don't need to buy these things, but I keep buying them because I love them and they make me happy. But then I don't cook out of my cookbooks, or I had some of the games sit on my shelf for like 3 years before I play them. And I feel like that's probably some sort of addiction on some level. But you know what? I think it doesn't compare to drugs, hardcore drugs. So I'm going to just sort of quietly wrap up that commentary.
Well, we never know. Maybe if one day we were like, you have to quit board games, Ben, maybe we'd see. You'd be like, how do I fill my time?
I will turn to King Richards. I will be like, you stole my goddamn house. I mean, I would be like, you're going to watch out. You better watch out if you take away my games and my cookbooks. Yeah.
So I don't know why we're here. The point is Carl's confused. Carl looks very confused. He's always on reset. None of this excuses
the woofing. None of this excuses the woofing.
That's right. Okay? And I think that's a car full of douchebags, but I'm glad you found it cute.
No, I didn't think the car full of douchebags was cute. I thought what was cute was Jesse and West at the house. But the car because the car also had Carl in it too. I mean, but like in the house, they put the beds together.
You can't have Carl without Carl.
Ha ha! Hey, pass! Ha ha ha! Doggy on board! Woof 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 woof! Ha ha! Can I say something? Oh wait, I want to talk about this since we're talking about dogs. I'm sorry we're here. It's happening. It's Bagel Thursday today, as some of you may know. And I got my bagel, and then I went to Blue Bottle afterwards across the street because I was like, I'm gonna have a nice quiet moment with a cold brew, my iced Nola. I'm sorry. And the people next to me had a bulldog, and it was in there. At first I was like, well, whatever.
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs are so cute. They're these big silly dogs.
Yeah.
But this dog like was fascinated with the floor and started licking and licking and licking and licking and licking and licking. And I looked down, there was a puddle of dog saliva, of slobber, and it was just growing and growing, and it just kept on licking, and it was shiny, it was 3-dimensional, it had ripples and bubbles and everything, and it was wide, and I was disgusted. I'm sitting here eating this bagel, looking at this growing puddle of saliva, and I just got so mad because the owners were just sitting there like da 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 da. I'm like, what? Like, if you know your dog is going to be leaving puddles of saliva in a place where people are eating or drinking, you got to keep that dog outside. I am sorry. And so I am really upset about this. And I don't blame the dog. I blame the owners. People, be better. Be more responsible, because there are people like me in the world who are absolutely disgusted by your dog's slobber pools. Okay. And that's my public service message.
One, you know how girls on this show feel. And two, that dog was just saving that floor from infection. Leave that dog alone. So what if it licked the floor? The floor should thank it. Dog lick is very healthy.
This wasn't just like a dog licking the floor. It wasn't like a few like animals do that. It's fine. This I almost took a photo, and I'm like, I will not take a photo, Ben. You can just move on with your life. See, and here you said I had a happy life, and here I am getting so angry about a puddle of dog goo.
I know. I think we're starting to see the dark side.
Am I happy? Am I happy? Because look how triggered I am by it. You know,
a dog licking the floor. It's what dogs do.
No,
leave the dog alone. Let the dog live. You think the dog's sitting there like, I'm going to take a picture of that guy being persnickety in a store and drinking his Nola.
No. If you could have seen, it was like someone had spilled some like half a bottle of corn syrup on the floor. It was disgusting. It's too much. People, come on. So I don't know.
Hey, Bulldog, live your best life. Lick on, Licky.
No. You can lick, but like outside. Do it outside. Don't do it where someone could be putting their like flip-flops.
Well, that dog probably quit doing coke recently. And now look at it. It's just trying to find some joy in the world. Just fucking leave it alone. We all deal in our own ways. Okay, so then we go to Paige and Craig picking up Gabby, because Gabby is Lindsay free this week. So we'll see how that goes. Frankly, I think it leads to a much better Gabby, that she's not like a walker for Lindsay. Because I feel like she's a crutch for Lindsay, like a walker. And Lindsay's just like, I'm here, my support. I'm here, my support. And so it's nice to see the walker, loosen up and go have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, Lindsay needs that walker. She always has someone in that capacity. And it will lead to interesting drama if Gabby decides to become independent. Unfortunately, Gabby has really kind of receded into the background this season. It's like she's just sort of, you forget she's on the show. She's just not doing much, which is too bad, because Gabby's been wonderful in the past. But anyway, she gets in the car with Craig and Paige, and Craig is like, I got you some drinks and we'll have some snacks. And she's like, oh my God, you got drinks? This is like the best Uber ever. And Paige quietly to herself in the front seat is like, I got the drinks.
Yeah.
She's like, this fucking guy first had to see his foot in the sink in Charleston, and now I've got to let him take all the credit for me gathering the cans of Poppy.
Yeah, Craig taking all the credit.
Did you see, by the way, that Poppy sold for $1.6 billion?
Holy crap.
Those two people from House Hunters, we recapped an episode on Dwell Hello of House Hunters, the people who founded Poppy. And this is this is 2020 or 2019. So it's before Poppy was big. We kind of invented Poppy is what I'm saying. They just sold for one.
You're welcome, Poppy.
$6 billion.
It was me going on Dwell Hello and talking about how shitty your soda is that propelled you to this $1.6 billion deal.
Yeah. That hot guy who was part of that couple. That's what I always remember.
I remember nothing. So they're in the car and making small talk and stuff. And Paige is like, it's Amanda's birthday on Wednesday, so we're going to do like a surprise. We're going to have Kyle stay sober, not make her cry. And I don't know. We're thinking about something with avocados. Not really sure. Let's do a guacamole. That'll break her, Craig. No one is stealing her guacamole.
Then in the other car, Jesse's like, this is good. Like, everybody shake hands. Okay. I'm going to take it. Okay. This will be great. And then everyone's just driving. Everyone's driving. And Paige is like, so Gabby, I'd like to say that you didn't miss much last weekend, but you actually kind of missed a lot. I was kind of iconic. Like, I'm probably going to make the season trailer, and honestly, maybe the mid-season trailer on it. They'll just go back and show more of it. It was so good.
I just want you to know my thigh gap is going to make every cut of the season. You're going to see it in every preview this season. Nobody's got a thigh gap like me. Sorry you missed it, you fucking loser. Oh, by the way, Kyle was trying to yell at me about Craig. I mean, talk about getting some balls. Yeah, he called me a liar on national television. Well, in his defense, you are on national television and you're a fucking pathological liar, Craig. Okay.
You do have a tendency to lie while on national television. So he's like, yeah, he went on to watch what happens. And he said, wow, Craig lit a house on fire. And I was like, what? Like, Craig, he didn't say that, but he accused me of being a liar. You just lied while defending yourself. Oh. Okay,
How
what he
dare
really
he
said.
call me a liar? I'm a mayor and a literature expert. No, you're not, Greg.
Kyle went on to watch What Happens Live and called Patricia a bitch. It's true. It's true. I swear to God.
Yeah, you want to watch What Happens? And he accused me of being a liar. And I'm like, what? I don't lie about anything, ever. I don't lie.
It's a story because I'm a storyteller. She's like, well, because Craig told him he was going to invest in another alcohol company. I mean, even if I had, like, what bearing does it even have on Kyle's life at all? I mean, that space is massive. Kylie and Kendall are sisters and they each have a fucking alcohol brand.
Yeah, so, Kyle. He's like,
yes. Thank you, Craig. Thank you for reminding us that you're basically like a Kardashian, just exploring the space.
And Paige is like, oh my God, not the Jenners. Please don't bring them into this. He's like, it's a huge space. Like, it doesn't even affect Kyle. So then in the douche car, the guys are like, burr, 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 burr. And Wes is like, oh, hey, Emerald, last summer we barked a lot. Like, I don't know if you want to bark with us, but it comes with a free lady scarf that you get to wear on your head and a trucker's cap that kind of floats 5 inches from the top of your mushroom hair. So
he's like, that's cool. I'm more of a howler. Oh, like, thanks, Emerald. By the way, just want to let you know, Emerald, it was really cool hearing you howl. This is probably the last time we're actually going to have a conversation with you all weekend. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah. He's like, wow, somebody howled and now it smells like syphilis in this car. Really sure.
They literally don't talk to Emerald the whole weekend. Like, you forget Emerald's only role on the show, it seems, is that he just brings people in anonymously in the middle of the night. And he didn't even do that this weekend.
Yeah, he just talks about fucking a lot. You know?
Yeah.
So then Jesse's like, oh, guys, you know, I don't know if you've ever heard Lexi's bark, but it goes like this. Woof, woof. It's like so cute, you guys.
Wow, I'm like not even off of Manhattan. We're already talking about Lexi. Carl's like, whoa, is she staying back on the city this weekend? She's like, yeah, she's in Toronto. Her best friend had a baby. They've already put so much mascara on its cute little face. It's so amazing.
Yeah, she said it's like a baby boy and it's already more mature than every guy in this house. So actually pretty amazing. So Carl gets a call. He's like, hold up. One second. Got a call. Want to authorize the pickup for my draft? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was a little surprised for my party tomorrow.
Sorry, we're just gonna talk some table stakes because we're going down a vortex. And I just want to funnel all this information into the corporate jargon because we're gonna open the kimono on like basically soft sodas, and you know it's just gonna be a real like come to the table, move the needle moment. Carl,
yeah, guys. Let me tell you a little backstory. I'm from Pittsburgh, and they're famous for Pittsburgh Pirates. We call them cake eaters. So I love pirates. They eat cake. So I'm going to throw a shipwreck party. All right. And guess what? My ex-fiance is not going to be there. Let's fucking go. Yes.
It's like really hard for me to have like my first pirate party without my ex-fiance. I just need like a little bit of time and space, and just I want everyone in this house to just treat me a little bit of tenderness right now.
Kind of ironic. I'm having a pirate party when the wench is gone.
I would walk the plank, but that board is pretty hard. Do we have a soft plank I can walk on? So
yeah, I invited a girl, guys, because I'm talking to a girl. She's like really cute. I'm attracted to her, and I have a feeling if she's into me, she's going to be kind of like olive oil from the film version of Popeye. So let's see.
Hey, does Polly want a cracker? I mean, like whatever you want. Like it's really whatever you want. Like I don't want to make a decision. I just want Polly to hug me.
Does Polly like maybe want a cracker that's gluten free? I mean, I'm into that. If you need that, like I'm here to support your boundaries. So
is the cracker soft? So.
Guys, I'm starting a soft cracker company.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of 7-Up. So
they do it in Europe. In Europe, they call it bread, but here I'm going to call it soft crackers.
It's like my teeth before I got the veneers.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So West is like, hey, hey, Carl, hey, did you invite Shorty to the party? And he's like, yeah, I invited a girl.
He tries so hard. Hey, bro, did you invite Shorty? Please stop. Someone uncringe him. I'm so cringe every time him and Jesse, every time they talk, I'm just like, oh, my butthole clenches.
He's like, hey, Shorty, it's your birthday. Want a party like it's your birthday? We don't even give a fuck if it's not your birthday. Ha. So he says, yeah, I invited a girl. She sent me a selfie last weekend. She's really pretty. She's tall. She's got a good body. And her name is Lil, which is funny because she's tall, but her name is Lil. It's like, are you tall or are you Lil? She's like, is she a shorty? Is she a literally shorty? Is she Lil or is she shorty? I'm really confused right now, guys.
I was like, hey, Lil, you look a little tall. And then I had to wait for a response. But I got a selfie. So it worked out. We're basically getting married.
We've already decided on our couple name, which is going to be Carl. Our couple name is Carl.
Carlo.
Liberal.
At an inn, we're a decent hotel.
We haven't decided if we're Laurel. We're not sure if we're a Laurel or a Carol, but I think we're going to be
Laurel.
Carly. So he's like, yeah. So we started she slid into my DMs in last year, and we started messaging in October, and then like fast forward to this summer, and she's got a good personality. She's energetic. She's a yoga studio instructor, and like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Lil.
Yeah, and Emerald's like, obviously you're still looking for a connection, right? And he's like, yeah, looking for a connection. But like, guys, truth be told, let me tell you a secret. I haven't had sex since last summer. So, but wasn't the thing last summer that he wasn't having sex with Lindsay? So I don't think he even had sex last summer, did he?
I don't think so. And by the way, something else. Wasn't he kind of like shaming Lindsay for like moving on and like after their breakup really quickly with Tanner? Like, you were texting with Lil in October. I'm sorry, you may not have gone on a date. Maybe you didn't have sex, but you were already playing the field in October, sir. So don't think that got by us.
I wasn't seeding it. So I would say that's quite a difference. My field isn't pregnant. So
honestly, I thought I was just talking to Lil Wayne. Turns out it was the yoga instructor, a white woman.
Ironically enough, I was texting Lil Wayne as well. And I was like, you look a little short. I did not get a text back. I did not get a selfie from Lil Wayne. So, I'm on like 50-50 right now, which, as the Cake Pirates would say in my state, arg. So, still winning.
Lil Wayne, by the way, does have a message for everyone. He says, we.
So Jesse's like, yeah, guys, we're gonna get Carl late this weekend. Lindsay's not gonna come, right? And he's like, no. Yeah, I want you to find her pirate's booty. Bark, bark, howl, howl, brah.
Debating whether or not to go on a tangent about Pirate's Booty. Am I going to do this? And the answer is I'll do a very quick one, which is that apparently the founder of Pirate's Booty declared himself the mayor of a town that he lives in Long Island, and was like, I'm the mayor now. And everyone's like, no, you're not. He's like, yes. And he like is trying to have like a full on takeover of this town. And this happened yesterday. This is fresh Pirate Booty news. So, give updates as they come through.
And then the makers of Poppy Soda were like, sorry, we just bought your town. We're having it burnt down.
So, Poppy versus Pirate's Booty. The rivalry continues. So we go to the Hamptons, and the Craig van pulls up, and Paige is like, oh my God, home sweet home. And Craig's like, is Lindsay coming? And Gabby's like, no, she's with Turner's family. Paige was like, oh, thank God. So sick of pretending to be happy for her. So then
so hard walking into somebody's room with orange juice and saying, hello, Mrs. Lindsay, are we feeling okay today? Are we going to have a good day today, or is it going to be a rough day today? God, thank God.
Ew. So then, guess what, guys? Uber Eats all over that patio or the front stoop. Uber Eats is clearly sponsoring the show, and we know that because it gets mentioned every 3 seconds.
Yeah,
so,
they're furnished by Uber Eats. It says at the end. I read up on it.
Oh, that's right. It does say that. Yeah. So they got a bunch of snacks, which is really fun. And then guess what?
My home is also furnished by Uber Eats. I'm sitting on a cardboard container right now. It held a salad. It smells a little bit like body odor because that's how onions smell the next day.
Yeah. So this front door, there was like one moment this season where it opened up nicely, and ever since then, the door continues to stick. How is this door still messed up? This door is like, this is such a camera hog. This door's like, no, you won't just open me. I am gonna have my moment. You cannot take my moment away from me. You are gonna have to barge down this door because I'm getting on this camera.
The door is the Lexi of doors. It's like, I'm not committing to opening until you're committed to me. I'm not a loose door. I'm a really, really rigid door. So.
Also, official RIP to Bailey, because last weekend, because this is only the 3rd weekend in the house, I think. And last weekend, they did the perfunctory, oh, is Bailey coming this weekend? Like, no, she's having boy trouble. And then this weekend, they don't even ask about Bailey anymore. So she's officially gone.
Yeah. Bailey's dead.
She shined bright. She was like a star. She shined bright. She shone bright. And then
she ran from the old people. This happens with stars, you know.
She's like, ew, gross.
So Paige walks in and she's like, oh my God, I love air conditioning. It just feels so regal and classy. Oh my God, I need help setting. Okay, guys, we need to set up for Amanda's party to let her know that we really love her. So order some Dominoes and throw some guacamole on the floor. Okay, are we ready?
Does anyone know how to play the trombone? I'm hoping someone can stand in the corner when she walks in and go.
We just really want someone to represent Amanda's personality. So we hired Rachel Dratch to just stand at the door and make this face.
I would love Rachel Dratch to join this cast. Like, she's just Rachel Dratch, just hanging out with them. But then, like, it's never acknowledged that she's Rachel Dratch, but she's just there, you know? Being like, hey, girl, you want to make some pizza? And they're like, sure, Rachel Dratch.
Rachel Dratch. Pizza, huh? God. Last time I saw something that flat was when I saw that family of 5 get run over by a semi on the freeway. So Craig's like, Paige, where's your room? She's like, we're staying in Lindsay's room this weekend. I demand a penthouse. What am I, poor?
Paige is like, yeah, we're going to stay in Lindsay's room this weekend because I've always been such a fan of Cocoon, and I wanted to really feel like what it was like to be Jessica Tandy. I want to wrap myself around those blankets.
It'll be nice, you know, not having to walk to the bathroom because there's a bedpan in that room. So I say we just do it there.
I've always wanted to go to sleep to the sound
of the weekend.
I always wanted to go to sleep to the sound of the Victrola next to the bed.
The only thing that plays on that TV is Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune over and over again. It's going to be glamorous. So Gabby, Sierra comes, she hugs, she says hi to Gabby. Gabby's like, I need a glass of wine. Craig, do you want a glass of wine? He's like, I'm okay. I'm going to have a beer or root beer. Thank you, though. I'm like, I said addiction last week on my show, so I'm just going to have some root beer today. Thanks, though. Really going to follow through on that storyline.
But I'm going to give myself the option to not be sober anymore, which is why I'm saying I'm going to have a beer or a root beer. I'm like, those are 2 wildly different experiences that you're going to have, just so you know.
The viewers can choose their own path on that one.
It's like being like, no, I'm good. I think I'm going to have some orange juice or maybe like a shot of vodka. I don't know. I have to figure it out. It's like, no, you're setting yourself up for 2 different paths.
So Paige is like, ew, people who don't drink wine are gross. Let's drink, Gabby. She's like, fuck yeah. So they drink, and then the guys arrive. And how? As pirates say, howlarg,
Carl does it so much that I'm starting to think that he might have like a puppy kink. You know, like, you know, the pups, that whole there's that whole kink where like you dress up, you like, you sort of put on a thing and you're like a puppy, and then you like, it's like a weird affection. It's not weird. It's everyone's kink is allowed. But it's like you are
I'm not fucking a puppy. There, I don't care. Fuck your kink shaming.
You know when you lick the floor
I don't care. Send me your letters. And you know what? What are we going to get letters from puppy kinks? They don't have opposable thumbs. Sorry, who are you going to complain to? Puppy kink people? I'm not fucking a puppy. Stop that.
Yeah,
just
see
stop
your role
it.
play
It's a
all the
gross
way
kink.
through. If you complain to us, that means you're failing your role play because you have pause and you're not supposed to understand English.
Yeah, go lick a floor somewhere.
Go lick the floor of Blue Bottle. Okay. So everyone's saying hi, and then Amanda and Kyle arrive, and Kyle's like, "Oh, I think I see her." And so they walk in, and Amanda's like, "Hi, wow, oh my god, amazing! I'm overwhelmed."
Happy birthday! And she's like, "Honestly, I thought I was 33 for a really long time. Like, I keep forgetting how old I am. All I know is that I'm old enough for Kyle to have completely stolen my youth."
Kyle. She has actually a nice little comment here. She talks about how she's really been healing herself mentally, and she's diving into the things that her depression and anxiety were holding her back from. So good for her. And then now Craig is drinking alone in the living room because Kyle's basically not saying hi to Craig, which is so funny to me. And Craig is like, "Fine, I guess I won't say hi.
I'll just hang out in Club Sunday, I guess."
Hang out in Club Sunday. It just makes me laugh.
So Paige is like, "Okay, we're gonna eat snacks. We're gonna have a pizza party. We made a lot of effort, Amanda. A lot." She's like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. We have everything." Carl's like, "This weekend, I want to address the elephant in the room between me and Craig because what he did was super, super shady, and we're gonna have a discussion about it."
So then we see flashbacks about this whole mess, and Kyle's like, "Look, was it wrong of me to let my emotions get the best of me? Yes, it was. But the bottom line, I was lied to and I was hurt. And so now it's about saving whatever friendship is there, and probably more importantly, making sure that it doesn't affect the relationship between Paige and Amanda. And then afterwards, I can get shit-faced and pee in a bush."
Yeah. So Carl's like, "Hey, you guys, you know what we need for our party tomorrow? I think we're going to reload that cooler tomorrow. Get ready for a reload. It's Carl 9.0.
Yeah, people say I'm not fun anymore, but what could be more fun than reloading a cooler? I was like,
Cooler reloaded. Boom,
And then
boom, 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 falling down flights of stairs.
big announcement, guys. Big announcement. Carl, you have the floor. Guys, I may just start doing it right now. Carl 5.0, reloading a cooler right now. Who wants to join?
Carl's like, "Yeah, if you're going to do that, you better stake out a non-alc corner. Non-alc. Corner of non-alc."
Already ahead of you, bro. I'm going to stake it out, and then afterwards, going to have some Sunny D. So then, I don't know why. Carl's energy is giving me very much like that. Like, hey, just got done with soccer practice. I could go for something. Purple stuff? Nah. Sunny D? Yeah. So Gabby is like, "Okay, girls, what do we need to change into? What do we need to do? Because and then she bumps her head into something. So she bumps her sunglasses on her head.
Swimsuits are chill. Swimsuits are chill. So now Carl is crushing a box with his foot. Carl's really manic this weekend. He's like, "Look how fun I am without Lindsay. Cool, crushing a box. Yeah, crushing a box. Not out corner. Pirates. Lil. Have I mentioned Lil? Have I shot my load too fast? It's a lot, guys. It's the first 5 minutes I've said Pirates, Lil. I've crushed a box, and I've said non-alc. Are we still on the same page? That's Carl 9.0, baby.
You know what rhymes with Lil? Fill. As in, I'm going to fill that cooler right now. So fun. I'm having so much fun right now.
Want me to remix you a little Phil Collins, bro? Oh, come on, that's a little depressing. This is Carl 9.0. Okay.
I would never say no to that, just so you know. So Kyle's like, "Wow, okay, look at you, with your tall privilege, sticking your whole foot in the garbage can without having to use a step stool. That's pretty cool. So by the way, how's Jersey? You met up with your business partners?" He's like, yeah, we got to trademark. We got a trademark on the name. And by trademark, I mean, I just called someone up and said, I'll meet you at Kinko's. I've got a delivery, move the needle.
I'm actually impressed that he got a trademark because I would imagine that it's not easy to get a trademark on something called soft drinks. But
I know,
good for you.
But even honestly, his thing is soft bar. But I would think that soft bar would have already been taken, unless is it just such an idea that people are like, yeah, this will never take off, and don't even bother trademarking it. I'm impressed that he got that
Soft bar.
trademark. Soft bar. Oh.
It's unbelievable, but listen, I haven't announced the brand on social. It's not a fish, so like it hasn't been publicized, and that's coming next week. That's huge. That's huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be soft.
We're going to do a soft launch. See what I did there? I'm going to be announcing my new company. It's called Soft Bar. So Soft Bar is a mindful consumption bar and cafe in Williamsburg. Die. Just let it die. Just like,
fucking
kill it,
die in a
burn
fire.
it down.
A fucking mindful consumption bar. How about a suck my dick bar? Okay.
That is mindful. Now that's the real mindful consumption bar. A suck my dick bar. Line up the glory holes. Okay.
If I ever line up for a place called a mindful consumption bar, just fucking have a group of puppies murder me. You know, sex puppies murder me.
Just
okay?
roll me around on a bulldog slobber puddle, okay? Because I am not dealing with this. Look, you can have a mindful consumption bar. You can have a place in Williamsburg. You cannot have both, okay? It's got to be one or the other. Because I'm barely tolerating mindful. I don't know what mindful consumption is. I'm just annoyed by it. And Williamsburg just put me over the edge. Okay, it's fine if you want to do a non-alc bar. I'm not going to shade you about that, or as I like to call it, a coffee house. But you know what, though? The mindful consumption, get out. I don't want to hear it.
By the way, hi, Williamsburg. Lived there for 7 years. 475 Kent Avenue. Hey, baby, miss you. And it was before it was completely douched out. You know, it was a long time ago that I lived there. But we did have like a lot of metal workers. It would be like a Thai restaurant, a coffee shop, and then like some guy with like a really long beard, you know, and like steampunk. Steampunk style, and he'd be like, "Guys, I do metal work. Anybody need metal work for their apartment?"
Yeah, it's
I'll
like
try and think of something, Jeffrey.
It's a lot of like suburban people who are like now doing like 1905 like farmer cosplay.
Yeah, there was a lot
like
of that.
Grapes of Wrath cosplay.
Yeah. There was a lady who like grew tomatoes on our roof, and it was just not built for that. And there were like the Jeffrey, the metal worker. His name was spelled like JEGOFFRIEYEE. It's like, oh God, okay, Jeffrey. How am I supposed to look up your metal shop, sir?
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, he is mindful consumption bar and cafe in Williamsburg, and we're just gonna like be serving non-alcoholic drinks that are like more premium, more sophisticated, more elevated, and they're just like always gonna be haters, like I don't know, like Ben and Ronnie. But like last summer, Lindsay had her feedback, and we see her being like, no. He's like, but honestly, okay, print this. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay Hubbard, because at that time, I told her that I wanted to start a bar, and you know what? It was a bad idea.
So guess what? I went back to the table, I refined my idea, and now I can't wait. Oh, so, I mean, I guess you are giving her credit for telling you to rework it, because you reworked it. So
you're admitting that you just had a general idea, and you wanted to dive in head first. And look, I am giving shit to Carl because his thing just sounds so pretentious. Mocktails are fucking delicious, and there are so many. And like, I think there is definitely a way to do like a place where you go in and just get some amazing mocktails and have some bites.
Of course. Listen, there's plenty of people, especially in Williamsburg, who want to spend $25 on a glass of punch, and let them do it.
But like, I just can't deal with the mindful consumption branding of it. Like, just drives me nuts. I cannot.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of mindless consumption. That's how I roll. I'm an old Navy bitch. That's how I am.
Just don't tell me how I'm consuming your mocktails. Just say that they're on the menu, and I will show up if I want to.
Yeah, I'll be mindful if I want. That's my own path. So then Carl's like, so come on, Kyle, let's talk about you and your emotions, your very serious storyline of competing bubbles. So you're going to try and talk to Craig? And he's like, yeah. I've never, ever in my life felt more wrongfully attacked. That's huge.
Yeah, like when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something as an entrepreneur and as a founder, there's like no delineation between business and your personal life, right? And like you've seen that firsthand. And like I take things personally, and like when it's like, oh, it's just your business, but it's like not just my business. Business is like personal, so like I'm like upset, and like we just can't go back to how it was. I mean, look, we see how it goes. Is like being a founder now just a personality trait? Like, I feel like I never heard people really refer to themselves as founders as much as like it started with Danielle last year, and now it's like, well, I'm a founder. That's my job, is that I'm a founder. No, it's like a status. Like, you did that, but it's not like who you are. Like, that's not like, I don't go around being like, well, I'm a founder. Just founded a podcast with Ronnie Karam. I'm a founder.
We're founders.
Yeah.
And CEOs, don't forget.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So then Jesse's calling Sierra into his and West's room, and they're like playing around. And then Amanda and Paige are like playing around in their room. And Amanda's like, oh my God, I woke up with the biggest pimple on my chin 2 days ago, to the point where my whole fucking chin was swollen. I'm going to name her Bertha.
So she's being as compelling as ever. And then Gabby is, she's upset because there's too many flies in the room. And then now Wes and Jesse are together. And Jesse's like, hey, I love that Sierra walked up to our room. That was like the closest that she's gotten. Right, Wes? He's like, yeah, that was like a little progress. Like, yeah, I mean, next thing, she might come in here for a slumby.
Yeah, you know, I don't know that we're going to be in slumby land. Like, you know, a big win for me would be like, hey, maybe like, bye, you know, like eye contact. Like, she won't look me in the eyes still. Just a sad little boy who didn't do anything.
I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to ask her, hey, you want to come in for a slumby? You know, because like I'm friends with like both of you, and it shouldn't be like this. Like, there's more the merrier at the slumby.
So we get flashbacks of Jesse being so close to Sierra. And he's like, yeah, I'm like caught between two friends. And like, I wish we could like all sit and get along and like just be chill, you know? Like, maybe I can love a little Sierra and like help her realize he's not such a bad guy. I'm going to do that by sitting with her on a floaty and talking about how hot her cans are. I mean, God.
Are there any girls you're excited about? He's like, oh, sorry, that was Jesse who asked that of Wes. And Wes is like, no, like, are you asking about like, am I dating anyone? No. He's like, oh, really? That's bullshit, because I see a girl whose name pops up on your phone all the time. I don't know who you're trying to tell, but I fucking know.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, well, like, truth be told, like, I like attention, you know? So, like, my phone's juicy. It's a juicy shawty, you know? And I'm like, whoa, phone, step off the curb, you know what I'm saying?
The producer's like, so have you been spending time with a specific girl that you're not talking about? He's like, no, I mean, no, like the one that Jesse's talking about, like lives in Montana. And like, if I was like seeing someone, serious, like he'd probably be the first to know, or maybe him or my mom, because I'm cute, you know? And like, well, maybe not. I think it's Jesse. Sorry, mom.
So Uber Eats comes. Uber Eats is here, and Emerald is like, hi, thanks for coming by. May I stick my penis in you? Okay. No? Okay. Well, if you'd like to come back later as an arrow that floats on the screen, feel free. You know where I am. Ding, 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 ding.
So Paige is on her phone looking at a metaphor for her relationship with Craig, basically an empty room. And like, what are you looking at, Paige? She's like, I'm looking for Daphne, my cat, because she's just like so iconic and just way more interesting than Craig ever is. But Daphne does not show up.
So then Jesse comes in, and Sierra's like, oh my God, join us with your outfit. And he's like, I was like, what are you guys getting dressed for? Because like Lexi's not even here this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Wow, Jesse and Lexi talk at dinner already. Classic. And so Kyle's like, I can't believe that you use that outfit without Lexi here. He's like, are you guys saying this is a good or a bad outfit? I can't tell.
All right, guys, let's do a toast to Amanda's 33rd birthday. You know what I got her for her birthday? Ironically, toast. So, all right, who's counting? All right, who's counting? How old is she? She's like, I'm old as fuck, but at least I'm not as old as Kyle.
And Wes is like, hey, how old are you, person at the corner of the table who we've never talked to before? And Emerald's like, 36. How about you? He's like, I'm 29, so I'm like a cute little kid, basically.
Yeah, so then Jesse and Sierra are like, you look good, you smell good, oh my God. So then Amanda cuts a cake, and she's like, have you guys seen the new way they cut cake on TikTok? They just like put a cup down and then drag the cup out, and it's full of cake.
I hate that so much. And
you hate that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You're like, and then what, did dogs lick the cup?
Yeah, seriously.
Put them all down.
Probably. So Jesse's like, wow, look, they're talking about TikTok slicing. Like, it looks like that Kyle and Craig are getting along. Did they squash the beef? Did I miss it? Hey, you guys are getting along well. Like, did I miss the squashing of the beef? Should I sing a song to celebrate? Kyle's like, well, I sent a couple of texts to try to like address it ahead of time. And I don't know. I don't want you to think I'm avoiding it, Craig, even though I wouldn't say hi to you earlier until just now.
No, I don't feel like you're avoiding me. I texted you back, remember? And he's like, well, Craig, it's all about friendship, you know? It's not like an aha gotcha, you know? I just want to talk. He goes, I do too, and that's why I said we should talk tomorrow. And he's like, but I think it would be like easier to talk sooner than later. He's like, actually, it's I've been in traffic, and like I would like to do it tomorrow because that's how people control things. They control the time.
Yeah, it's like, you both were in traffic and you actually got to the house before Kyle.
Craig's such a fucking douche. Craig's just trying to be like, oh, I control. And he even says it later. It's like he's trying to control things and show that he's the bigger man of the group by like demanding when the meeting is going to be. Wow.
Yeah.
Paige.
And Kyle's like,
Craig.
Kyle's like, I'm here for a weekend. I don't want this hanging over my head. Let's like squash this so we can enjoy ourselves. We can party tonight and have a good time.
Yeah, but Craig doesn't care. He likes a nice awkward scene, you know? So he's like, yeah, I'm not going to do it today. And Amanda goes, okay, so you guys are going to talk tomorrow? No, we're going to talk tonight. Why can't we just do tomorrow? Dude. And he's like, I just know Kyle wants to do it tomorrow. Like, what's the big deal? Let's just do it tomorrow.
It's like, all right, well, I didn't realize it was a timing thing. It's like, my goal was to take this head on. Like, I know we have some things on our chest, but like, for me, like, trying to minimize this awkwardness, like, what the fuck was that? And Kyle and Craig are kind of in a open collar battle right now because they're both wearing shirts where there's like no buttons on the collar. It's just like splayed out polo shirts, and like, I'm gonna show more of my chest. You're gonna see more of my clavicle, and I'm gonna win the argument. Yeah.
Yeah, and Craig's like, no, I won't talk. So he goes, and now it's just totally awkward. And Carl's like, well, I'm here to celebrate Amanda's birthday. So thank God it's awkward because I don't think we've ever had a birthday for Amanda that wasn't completely awkward. So yeah. Nailing it.
Does anyone want to help me finish filling up the cooler? It's getting awkward in here. So now Kyle's walking around outside. He's like, dude, Craig is like a fucking psycho. He's such a fucking cock fucking sucker. So then Amanda's like, I'm just at a point where I'm so sick of Kyle fighting with Craig. Like, I'm always wondering about it. Like, and I don't wonder if it's going to affect my relationship with Paige. I mean, with Hannah and Kyle had a big falling out. It was so awkward for us. And now she's really famous and I don't get to be like friends with her while she's super famous. So like, if I have to miss out on Paige too, that's going to be a real bummer for me.
Yeah, and so Kyle's just stalking around the backyard going, cocksucker, he's such a cocksucker. So he comes back and he's like, Jesus Christ. And so they're talking about, are they going to party tonight? And Emerald's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm down. I'll buy a table if you guys are down. I'm Emerald. I'm a table buyer.
Yeah. So they're going to go out and everything. They're going to change. They're going to go out, all that fun stuff. And West and Jesse are getting ready, and Gabby's hanging out on their bed. They're playing with Gabby. And then over in the other room, Amanda and Ciara are cleaning out the kitchen, and they put the birthday cake in the oven because Ciara says that'll keep it fresh. Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
That's literally not a thing.
Maybe
I'm not sure where that comes from.
Maybe it was like really humid. I noticed when Kyle went outside, when he opened up the door had condensation on it. So maybe if it's really humid, they're worried that like keeping the cake out will not be good, but they don't want to put the cake in the fridge where it would dry out.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't have room in the fridge. So they're going to put it which makes sense, put it in the oven because it's like another cabinet, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it would keep it fresh.
I was just praying that someone would preheat the oven just to see what would happen, just to see the chaos.
So now people are leaving, and Paige and Craig are having their romantic night at home. Paige is like, my body hurts, my body and my brain. This situation with Kyle's awkward. And Craig's like, well, I don't mean to fly off so fast, but like, he just wants to do it, and I don't want it to be quick. It's not going to be quick. And like, he doesn't deserve this convo, so he can do it on my time.
Oh, shut up. It's such a stupid fight. It's so stupid. And the fact that you're pulling this like power play when this is sort of the exact kind of like the language that he's using is the exact sort of thing that he complains about from Austin and Shep. And so now it just shows the hypocrisy. So everyone goes out to the bar. It's fun. And then Paige is like asleep in the bed. And Craig's like, are you sleeping? She's like, mm-hmm. Are you still sleeping? Mm-hmm. How about now? Craig.
So it's 2:26 and people are arriving home and the kitchen is still a damn mess. And Jesse's like, Amanda's birthday over. And Carl's like, guys, it's serious. Gotta have mac and cheese. Bleh. So they pig out and do their late night thing. And they giggle and laugh. And Gabby's having the best time with them. So then the next day, West is talking about how he had so much fun with Jesse and, you know, this is like the boys' week. Like, we're renewing it. And so if that little fucking girlfriend comes in here and ruins it, you know, get in its rear view.
Yeah. And then this is where Jesse drunkenly is like, we got to put the beds together. So they like move the beds together because they're going to have like a slumber party, which is, I thought it was cute. Except what drove me nuts was that he pushed the beds together. He caused the rug to like not wrinkle, like it rippled. And he never smoothed out the ripple because I could still see it when they smushed the beds together. And I was like, how do you just stand there with a big ripple in your carpet? It's
easy to do when it's not yours. It's like a rental house. So like, who cares?
And when you're drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think I drip on it.
Ain't my rug. Ripple it.
Yeah. So they fall asleep together in this double bed situation. Now in the morning, everyone wakes up because that's what you do in the morning. And Paige is like, oh my God, I don't feel good. I woke up feeling so sick and nauseous. And I think it's because I remembered that I hadn't broken up with you yet, Craig. And I think I'm overexposed to you. It's like radiation.
Oh, so then Kyle's going for a run and she's like, oh my God, you're so chipper this morning. Is it because you didn't get wasted last night? Isn't it nice to wake up sober? And he's like,
not my first thing. Not my first time waking up sober, but thanks.
God, Craig, my arms hurt. That's how I know I'm getting sick. When my arms hurt. Also, when I see your face, that's a good way to know that I'm going to be getting sick soon.
So she's like, yeah, you feel awkward last night? I mean, I feel like it was really awkward. He's like,
yeah, but like that guy said crazy shit. Like, we're not as tight as we used to be. And like, if I didn't come out of the Hamptons with you, maybe we would never have made up. Cause like, he doesn't like deserve my friendship.
Craig's so gross. How does Craig manage to go from so charming in some seasons to just so gross?
I know.
Instantly. And then he can swing back and forth. It's amazing.
So easily. It's like you just go from being like, oh, but Craig is so sweet. He's like a golden retriever to being like, oh, fuck you, Craig. But I guess that's like the magic of Bravo. Paige is like, I'm a little annoyed with Craig for like reasons between me and Craig in our own relationship. But now I have this extra layer of being mad at Craig for avoiding this conversation with Kyle. And that's like really stressing me out. Like my arms hurt so much from the stress and he's making me like more anxious. And I think that like what's making me mad is he's not realizing that he's making me anxious. Also, I'm just starting to realize, what if I'm like allergic to kangaroo? That could explain a lot of this arm situation.
He's like, well, I'm going to talk to Kyle, but it's on my terms, okay? Because like I don't even think he knows how like serious this conversation's gonna be.
Okay, Pillow Man.
All right.
So then we go back to Kyle comes back from his run, and Jesse goes in and pours water all over Wes's bed to wake him up, and so they go work out, and now someone's here with the pirate ship.
Oh my God. I'm so nervous because Lil's coming. Lil's coming to the party. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the beginning of the episode, Lil, she was front loaded and she's pretty tall and she sent me a selfie. So it's huge. Huge day for me.
I'm like really nervous because a tall person named Lil, which is kind of like a oxymoron, she's like coming to the house and it's like, I'm really nervous that she's coming. And like, I just want someone to hug me, but softly but also hardly because she's coming and I want to go all out for Lil, who I've never met before and I definitely haven't had sex with. So like, I'm just going to do shipwrecked. I'm going to have the meal kit, the party catered. And there's going to be a sea cutery. See what I did there?
Oh, shrimp. That was good.
Lobster. Yeah, it was like so good. It was just like everything for Lil. Everything for Lil.
Originally, it was going to be called soft cutery, but it was really hard to find only soft things to put on it. So
I was going to do like a Lil theme party where everyone comes dressed as Lil, but then I realized no one knows who Lil is. So like maybe next year. Just so nervous.
So the boat guys go build this huge boat in the backyard, and Gabby and Emerald talk about like what they're gonna do. He's like, "Do you want to go to the gym?" And she's like, I would rather eat the ranch off the floor." So,
By the way, I'm Gabby. Nice to meet you. He's like, "Yeah, no, we've met before." "Oh, I thought you were new this weekend." "No, I've been here. Just no one talks to me." So then now people are sitting around the bed, and Amanda's going through bikinis and stuff. And it turns out that this is like her new gig is that she, we knew last year that she wanted to step out and design a bathing suit line for women with larger bosoms. And so now it seems to be coming true because she was something called South Moon Under reached out to get her input on swimwear.
yeah. So her job is Frankensteining together different bathing suit pieces. It's just going to go perfectly with her line. So then Gabby's like, "Well, I like the bottoms more than the tops." I'm like, "Both, me and you both, girl." And Amanda's like, "Yeah, so like I can change like anything about swimsuits, but like they just give me samples and then I'm like, put this one with that one. It's like really hard."
Kyle. So Gabby is saying, she's like, as much as I have like opinions and feelings about Carl, I'm like really glad because now they're watching Carl, by the way, in the backyard as he's like really smiling and so happy about this pirate ship. And Gabby's saying that she's just like happy, like even though she's Team Lindsay, she's happy that Carl seems to have like, I don't know, like a spark of life behind his eyes for the first time in like 2 years. So he's like, she's like, it's like watching a baby take a first few steps.
Well, when you're just allowed to just go in there and stupidly spend money on a huge budget that makes no sense, and there's nobody there to tell you that's a stupid idea, you're going to be happy.
Well, stop talking about his business. Let's talk about the pirate ship.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
Like, who hires a pirate, like an actual pirate ship for a pirate party? You know what I mean? Like, put the shark fins on the ground and call it a day. He's like, "I'm going to spend $100,000 on this party. We're going to have a pirate ship. We're going to have fireworks and a secutory and a girl named Lil. I'm going to ask her to do the wave, and she's going to look like one of those things in front of the car wash. It's just got air flowing."
So over at the gym, people are working out, and Jesse's like, "Hey, Emerald, it's kind of like shocking to see that you didn't get laid for the first time last night." And Emerald's like, "I know, I'm a disappointment to myself. I'm gonna go crawl into a cave. You won't see me for a while. I'm a total failure."
Yeah, they're going to send me back to the miners.
And Kyle's like, "Hey, Emerald, could you help Wingman Carl?" "Yeah. Hey, teach Lil what a swing is."
And they're like, "Yeah, bro, we're bringing like 20. And Emerald says, "Yeah, bro, I'm bringing 20 girls to this party." So,
wow. So, by the way, let's go. Let's do it for Carl. Because these days I'm clear-headed, like one track, only on Lexi. And Kyle's like, "Oh, did Lexi say anything like, hey, be good?" And Jesse's like, yeah, I think specifically what she said was, "Don't you dare fucking look at another woman. Otherwise, I am going to fly right down there and stab you in the eyeball with a chopstick," which is so cute. She's so cute when she talks like that.
So yeah, now they're talking about Jesse and her and like if they're official or not. And he's like, "Well, we haven't had like the official conversation. Like we're moving slow. Like we haven't had sex yet, because like she just wants to have sex with people that she's exclusive with." And I actually like that we got this info because that was kind of my question. Like you don't have to boo up immediately. Just don't have sex with her. Why is that such a problem? So I guess that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
A little masturbation never hurt nobody. Come on.
Well, Kyle's like, "I feel like there's going to be a lot of girls at this party, and this could be like your last chance to survey the scene before an exclusivity clause is in the mix, like really like open the kimono, you know what I'm saying?" So Jesse is
Kyle, that worked really well for you. Great advice to be passing on. Not Kyle.
Jesse's like, "Oh, yeah, wow, don't even put that shit in my head." Oh. So meanwhile, Paige walks outside, and she's like, "Oh my God, this looks so good." Of course, I'm talking about my ensemble. Everything else looks like shit around here.
Craig's gonna love this pirate ship because he's immature too. And Craig's like, "Oh my God, it's a pirate ship. That's fucking cool."
So the guys come back and Carl's like, "Okay, guys, welcome back, boys. Welcome back. We are the boys. So we're going to need all hands on deck to set up this party." And so the guys just walk away and jump in the pool.
Yeah. I'm in a pun, guys. All hands on deck. Get it? Oh. Well, we're going to be like making an ocean with this like blue tarp. And like in the middle, we're going to be building like a little island. But like people are going to come stomach in. By the way, what this vision that he has, what it really turns into is that there's a giant blue tarp with a pile of dirt in the middle of it. Great. What a fun time at a party, hanging out on a tarp with some dirt.
Yeah, when they start piling that dirt, I was like, I need to be an Airbnb person that rents my house for this show, because I would just be sitting here with a notebook like, and ding, and ding.
You'd just be Paige.
And ding.
Paige B&B. Oh, dirt in the backyard on a tarp. Okay. Ding, ding.
A ding. So West dives in the pool, like no one's helping them, right? And Carl's like, well, I'm not going to ask Craig for help.
Well, he'll probably steal your idea. He'll probably come out with a pirate company.
Yeah. So Sierra's floating in the pool and Jessie is like trying to get on her raft. And she's like, ugh, I knew you wouldn't be helping. Don't flip me over. And he's like, wow, this is kind of like turning me on a little bit. She's like, what? You're nuts. She's like, yeah, sorry. Sorry, you're a 10.
She's like, yeah, we definitely flirt, but like, I mean, I'm not into him, but like 90% he'd probably take the chance if he got it. So
of course he would. Well, first of all, she is drop dead gorge. And second of all, it's Jessie. And part of me thinks that he is, well, first of all, if he's like so gaga over Lexi, but the moment she's not there, he's being super flirty and handsy with Sierra, which honestly, you can paint Lexi to be jealous, but like if someone is selling you this love story and being like meeting your family, and then the moment you turn around, they're being handsy with someone else, I think she has a right to be a little annoyed by that. And I almost feel like he's doing it on purpose to get a rise out of her.
Yeah, some of it, like the commenting on girls' Instagrams and stuff like that. I think, okay, you're being a little over dramatic about caring about that. But then he seems to be just kind of trying to go even harder to piss her off.
Yeah.
Even though she's not there to see it. But
I think he's playing games with her a little bit. Like, because he knows that this is going to get back to her. He does know this. And he knows it's being filmed. So I don't know. I don't trust. This moment here when he was sort of on top of Sierra, I was like, this is not.
He's setting up future fights, so he'll have an out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He can blame her and be like, she's just so jealous, bro.
That's just crazy. I can't deal with this. It's too much for me right now.
Yeah. So then Sierra now has a bell and she's like ringing it for Carl. And they're like, yeah, can we get a jingle for Carl? He's doing a great job. She's like, yeah, jingle, jingle. And then Jesse's like, yeah, and can we get a jingle for Carl's wiener getting some action? And she's like, his wiener. And she just drops the bell. He's like, oh my God, is that a good sign? Oh my God, my wiener just fell. A little short now. It's not a pirate. It's a ship that gives things back now. Oh, it's a hard bar. It's a hard bar. Programming coming undone.
So now they're getting all dressed up into pirate gear, and Jesse FaceTimes Lexi, and he's like, hey, what's up, mama? You like our fitsies? Yeah, my hat makes me feel like I'm like a doofus. She's like, oh my God, I think you look so good. Huh?
So he's like, yeah, as much as I'm enjoying boys weekend, I'm still thinking about Lexi. I miss her. I want to talk to her. I don't want anything to jeopardize this. Like, I'm not going to try and get numbers, at a party. Like, I'm not doing anything suspicious. Could you get your hand off my boob? Sorry.
Sierra, meanwhile, I like that Sierra is always like, for these parties, she's like, I'm a model and I don't need a whole bunch of pervy guys from Long Island trying to come on to me. So this time I'm going to dress like a giant bird.
She is. I like that too. I like that every single time she's like, I'm going to make myself as unfuckable as possible for this party because half these people are from like Staten Island. So
she was like, no, because she did that last year. I think during the alien thing, right? During the alien part, she dresses like a big old alien. Yeah. So now a bunch of people go into the kitchen and Wes is like, are you Fred Flintstone's wife? And Gabby's like, I'm Halle Berry from Die Another Day, which doesn't really make sense with the pirate theme. It's just, I wanted to dress like her.
She's like, yeah, she's shipwrecked. And so then she got stolen by pirates. So whatever. I have this wig and it looks really cute on me. So fuck off.
She's like, I'm not going to dress like a pirate. Okay. So here's your tenuous link to the theme. I will give it to you. And you have to accept it.
So Amanda and Paige start talking about Craig and Kyle's stupid beef. And Paige is like, oh my God, no, like they're so emotional. I'm just annoyed with Craig, you know? Like we went to dinner and he fed me kangaroo, not even kidding you. And then he said, I'm going to be busy this fall, but he wants to make sure our relationship is a priority. Fucking disgusting. What a pig.
I mean, it's like, what? She's like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, I'm like going on like a 35 city tour, not to Charleston. Thank you very much. And I'm so nervous for it, like anxious. And now I have to feel like you're going to like feel like you're second best when you're the one bringing me to a kangaroo place. And Amanda's like, is he not supportive? Well, that's what I said. I was like, I want you to feel like you're a priority, even though, I mean, it's Greg, right? But like work will always come first for a lot of things. And like everything I'm doing this year is like what I've wanted since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, she's like, this is what I want. And then she goes, oh yeah. And he said that he never thought he would be in this submissive of a relationship. And Amanda's like, yeah, that's not good. She's like, yeah. So I have this feeling that when I'm on tour, I'm going to fucking hate Craig. Yup.
And by
the
when
fact
I'm
that
going
you don't
on,
already hate Craig is what has me a little bit worried. Fuck
I think
this
she
guy.
does. She does hate Craig already. She's just starting to, she's like, it'll be too much like it'll be too hard for America for me to see me just decide that I hate Craig. So let me just prepare them and I'll unleash my hatred for Craig in a few months when I'm hitting him currently right now. Meanwhile, Carl is in the kitchen and he is trying to blow into a conch shell. So he's like, hold on, everyone, hold on. Hold on 1 second. I gotta make this good before Lil gets here. This is like really hard right now. I just have to blow softer.
This is what I get for ordering a soft conch.
I'm really nervous.
So now the party starts and, the costumes are great. Everybody's like partying and Lil comes and she goes, oh my God, you're looking so good. What are you, in guy liner? Yeah, it works for you. Your eyes are like fucking pop. You're like a lemur. You've got like lemur energy. God, I love fucking lemurs. I'm a lemur fucker. So,
question. Do lemurs engage with mindful consumption? Cause that's pretty cool.
She's like, you're like a lemur from the movie Madagascar. He's like, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. You've seen that.
Oh, yeah. Is that a movie about me and Lindsay where you get mad and get scarred? Oh. And then Carl he's like,
mad again, scarred. So, yeah, it's been happening to me for years. It's a cycle.
I mean, am I Rusty? Yeah. It's also my pirate name, by the way. Rusty Carl. Oh. Am I awkward? Yeah. But it's just me figuring out shit or just like adopting a persona for TV. I don't know. Oh, I'm just nervous.
So Jessie comes to meet her and she's like, I'm Lil. I'm a yoga and a fitness instructor and I really want Carl to come to hot yoga with me. I mean, can we set some goals in life? All right, God. Have you ever fucked a lemur? Just me.
You know, I want to do yoga, but I feel like I want to go on a date with you first and then I'll do hot yoga. I have a question. Can you do hot yoga when your stomach is full from pancakes on a Wednesday? Just curious.
And Jesse's like, guys, who's got time to date? Just like do it tonight. Hey, are you going to stay here tonight, Lil? Invite her over, Carl. And she goes, oh my God, is this your wingman? You should be a pigeon.
I thought it was a lemur. Yeah, well, you're a lemur and a pigeon together. You're a hybrid. You're a terrible hybrid that was created in a mad scientist laboratory. Oh, this is getting a little scary. I'm a little nervous about this.
So then the girls are talking and they're talking about Lil. And she's like, yeah, well, Carl went to the soccer game by himself and he sat next to this girl's parents and then they connected him. So, oh my God.
Do they know each other because of her parents? She's like, correct. Sarah's like, it's just so weird seeing him talk to another girl. You see Carl be like, oh, you want to blow the show? Oh.
And now he's carrying a mermaid through. He's like, the mermaid's here. The mermaid's here. No budget was, cost was spared. Sorry, I can't really speak
really
English
hard.
today. I'm so
It's
excited
hard.
about the mermaid.
Sorry, I can't speak English anymore because I've taken on a new language known as corporate jargon. Oh, I'll have that affidavit put into the synergy, please. Thank you very much.
And Lil's like, should I be worried? Because lemurs fuck mermaids. It's just how the world works. So a little worried here.
You're either a mermaid or a pigeon. You know?
I love that this was a parent setup. I think that's so funny that Carl just happened to go to a game and talk to the parents and they're like, we have a daughter. You want to date her? Her name's Lil. No one will date her. She's really into hot yoga. I said, honey, no one wants to go on a date after hot yoga. You'll smell. Am I right? I mean, it takes a good hour and a half for her to stop sweating. But you'll like her. You're sober. You want to do it? Do a Lil.
Well, at first I thought that she was a young boy rapper named Lil Ian. Turns out her name is Lillian. So I was a little confused there at first, but it all makes sense now. So Carl, Emerald is talking to women. So that's exciting. And then Paige and Craig are sitting on, there's like this raft in the fake ocean. They sit down on it and Paige is like, if there's anything like a bed, I'm going to find it. God, my arms hurt so much.
He's like, yeah, you know what? I feel like we're going to end up lost at sea one day. Wouldn't that be amazing? You know why? Because you can't do podcasts.
It's funny because I already befriended a volleyball just in anticipation. I froze the volleyball too, just in case. So Paige is like, no, I don't want to be lost at sea because like I don't do good on boats that are under 52 feet. It's yachts only for me. How are you feeling, chicken? Rhetorical question. You're supposed to ask me how I'm feeling because I'm the one with the hurting arms.
So do you feel like a priority? And he's like, yeah, you make me feel like a priority this weekend. She goes, good. I try. He's like, well, I didn't say you don't make me feel like a priority. I just said I hope I stay a priority. Like, you know, like when you go on tour, like I don't want to like feel like I'm forgotten, you know.
Person with hurting arms would like to speak now. You said you're worried that I wasn't going to make you a priority. And he's like, yeah, the tour thing. Yeah, but I don't want you to like resent me because I'm working and like have like real success. Like my career is like way different than when we met, and I don't feel bad about that, Craig.
Yeah, but like it makes me feel like I can't bring stuff up to you because like it's going to be an attack or like I'm not rooting for you. Look, I'm rooting for you as single Paige to have a career. It's just like I'm rooting for you as married Paige with babies to never have a career. Do you understand?
Yeah, but like when you bring up stuff, it's always like, hey, can we have a hive of killer bees in the backyard? And I'm like, no. I don't want that. Like negative 1,000%, you know? It's like, yeah, but like, it makes me want to not bring stuff up. Like, I think you're going to like attack me or like, I don't know, like that I'm not rooting for her. And like, it's really not that. It's just, I'm just asking for like some clarity on nothing in particular. I just making sure that like after 3 years, we're still good. And like, that's going to like happen with us. Cause like, you know, do we have status check-ins or like a year-end review or something? Like, how do we do this?
It's like, yeah, I'll give you a yearly review and then I'll let you know if you're fired or not. By the way, it's coming up in September. So.
Okay.
Fucking Craig. I mean, I have to say, they're really good at making you root for her to break up with Craig because I'm just ready to see her dump fucking Craig already. What a douche.
Oh, I love the looks that she gives. Like I just love how Craig was.
And what a time
so
to freeze.
blindsided. What a time to freeze. Oh, we're back.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I love how Craig was so blindsided when it's just like all there on screen. Like just every look that she gives. Like,
yeah.
Failure. Well, that was fun. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Our Southern Charm recap will be up on Saturday at some point, like after the show, probably, maybe even Sunday morning, who knows. So if you're wondering where it is tomorrow, that's where it is. Thanks for your patience on that. And of course, if you're in North Carolina in the Charlotte region, then come see us because it's fun. And we're gonna have a great time on Saturday night there in Charlotte. And then in Atlanta, we have at Classic Orange County. We'll have a great time there as well. All weekend will be fantastic. Catch you on the road or just catch you here on the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster. It's Always Automatic with Ashley Auto.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Put your hands together for Carly Clapp. Catherine DiBernardo has our Hardo.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offutt. Dana C. Dana Do. She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Etchels.
We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. Jamie, she has no last namey. You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones. I go, you go, we all go for Hugo.
Hava Nagila Weber.
We could all learn from Jennifer Kearns.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
Knock, knock, knocking on Katie Manock's door. She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Rigging the funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McKinnery. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox.
Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
She sure is swell, it's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. Let's share with Sharon Eldridge. The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD. She's got a leg up, it's Beth Annie.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
It's our queen, it's Queen Laifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
We got our wish, it's Jen Plish. She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch. She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
She gets an A, it's Kelly B.
We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley. We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose.
Give him hell, Miss Noel. She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke. Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.